on this topic, especially because my hair literally used to look like this, and today, as of now, it looks like this. These are my credentials, and let's get started. I've got my coffee and I've got my cute little pink notebook with all my notes for hair oiling, and honestly right now my hair is just getting stuck to my gloss and I feel so sensory overstimulated. Is that a thing? I don't know. I needed that. All right, first of all, I'm gonna outline my entire routine step by step so that way you guys can just follow along, and at the end of the video I'm gonna go over some of the most common mistakes people make, because I made the same mistakes and my results in my hair was just not going in. Like, I wasn't seeing any results in my hair even after oiling my hair every single week. So let's start with step number one. All right, the first thing you're gonna do before you even start your routine is find your hair procity. This is very important because you need to know what oils to use and how to use them. So find your hair procity either with a water test, or you could just take an online quiz and it will tell you your results. For the water test, you're gonna take a clean strand of hair either after washing your hair, or you could just cut the strand and wash it in the sink, and then in a glass of water you're gonna drop that strand. If it's floating on top, you're low porosity. If it's sunk at the bottom, you're high porosity. If it's somewhere in the middle, you're medium porosity. Now that you know your hair porosity, we can choose your hair oils. If you're low porosity like me, I love using jojoba oil and argan oil. You guys have seen it all over my videos, and that's what I pretty much used to grow this hair. I also add a few drops of rosemary essential oil, but in my opinion, any hair porosity can use this essential oil because it's suitable for everyone. Although if you're high porosity, you can use oils like coconut oil, castor oil, and if you're medium porosity, you can use almond oil. Now that you've picked your oils, I like to mix them in a little applicator bottle. You can also mix it in a dropper bottle, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. But before I mix the oils, I like to brush my hair and my scalp thoroughly for at least 5 minutes, because what this does is it increases blood circulation, so when you apply your oils it absorbs more effectively. After brushing my scalp and detangling my hair, this is when I'm gonna mix my oils, and to be honest, I don't have an exact ratio or measurement, I just eyeball it, but I mix jojoba oil and argan oil in equal amounts and a few drops of rosemary essential oil, like 4 to 5 drops I'd say. I mix it in my little applicator pink bottle, and then I'll just apply it through my hair. Now when you're applying your hair oils, make sure you apply just enough that it lightly coats your hair. I see a lot of people adding like a lot of oil thinking that your hair is gonna drink up everything, but that's not true. I feel like at that point you'll be just wasting the oil. So just apply enough that it lightly coats your scalp and your hair. So you can see here, when I mixed my oils, it was exactly 1 ounce, and after I finished oiling my hair, I still had half of it left. So you can imagine, with the length of my hair, I only used that much hair oil on my head. Once you've applied your hair oils on the scalp and hair, the next step is super important, which is massaging your scalp. And I do this for at least 5 minutes. A lot of people literally do this for like 30 seconds, and I cannot emphasize this more. Please massage your scalp for at least 5 minutes, especially if you're going through hair loss, hair shedding. This is what's gonna actually increase the blood circulation in your scalp and help your scalp to absorb the oils, so do not skip this part. Initially, when my hair was super damaged, I even used to invert my head and massage my scalp for 5 minutes, because I think this is called inversion method if I'm not wrong, and when you do this, I promise you your hair is gonna grow like weed. Moving on to the next step, which is using a heat cap. Now this is optional but also highly recommended, especially if you have really damaged and broken hair, because what this does is it emits warm heat on your scalp, and that raises your hair cuticle so the oils can penetrate deeper in your hair cuticle. Especially if you're the kind of person who applies products and oils to their hair but it never gets absorbed, that's when you need the heat cap, because this will really help all those oils get absorbed much deeper than your hair cuticle, and that's what truly repairs your hair in my opinion. Personally, don't use this anymore because I feel like I don't need it, but I used to use this a lot. I would say at least 2 to 3 times a week when my hair was super damaged. So I'll put the heat cap on and sit under it for about 15 minutes. And you can choose to leave the hair oil even after the heat cap for about 1 to 8 hours. I wouldn't do it any less than an hour because I feel like it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Personally, I just leave it on overnight because I don't really like walking around during the daytime and going outside with oil in my hair. Just personal preference. So for me, I would leave it on for 8 hours. And I do hair oiling at least 2 to 3 times a week. That's pretty much what my hair oiling routine looks like. Now I want to move on to the most common mistakes that people make when it comes to hair oiling and why they're not seeing any results. The number one mistake I see everyone making is they oil their hair only once a week. And I did the same thing in the beginning of my hair care journey, and I was literally not seeing any results until I started oiling my hair at least 2 to 3 times a week. I'm not a very patient person. Like, if I'm putting effort in my hair, I want to see results in like 3 months, and maximum I would say 6 months. That's all I can wait. So I'm telling you guys right now, if you want to see results in your hair within 3 to 6 months, start oiling your hair at least 2 to 3 times a week. The second mistake I keep seeing people making is not massaging your hair long enough or your scalp long enough. This is one of the most common mistakes I see everyone because we think that we're massaging for at least 5 minutes, but honestly, those 5 minutes are so long, you're really only doing 30 seconds. So what I recommend is put a timer on your phone and actually do it for 5 minutes. It's gonna feel like forever. I'm telling you.